What's really good, sneaker addicts? It's your boy DJ Delz. We are live right now, and I'm going to give you my Nike ID collection video. These were all shoes that I designed from the heart, things that I put together throughout the years. This is like 10 years span of me coming out of my pockets and doing a bunch of Nike IDs. Shout out to everyone in the chat live. Shout out to everyone watching on the playback. And we're going to set it off with, I'm pretty sure this was my first Nike ID right here. And once again, shout out to everyone in here. I am live. This is not a pre-recording. Salute to everyone up in here. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up button because this is a live show. I'm on stage right now. You watching a live show right here. The first shoe, bang. So this right here was the Air Jordan Alpha. The Air Jordan Alpha this was. And I don't know if you guys remember this. This released probably about 10 years ago, and it had Zoom Air. That's what the whole big thing was. This actually had Zoom Air, which was like, you know, right now we have the Air Jordan Highs with the Zoom Air, but it really looks like the traditional Air Jordan, right? The Air Jordan 1. But this really, it's like a mid, you know what I mean? And then you had like branding like over here, and the one thing cool about this shoe is before they actually had it go live on Nike's site, they invited a bunch of tastemakers and content creators to actually be first to do it. And they made them a little different. There's like little differences between this and the one that was available to the public. I think something in the back was different or in the front, but they're actually numbered right here. It's crazy. I did a battle a couple of weeks ago. I probably should have showed this because this is 7 out of 575 pairs. And it was really nice quality, perforations throughout it. And I wanted to do that whole black and yellow vibe. But black and yellow is one of my favorite color combinations along with the breads. So that's something that I really, really loved. Once again, shout out to everyone watching live. And just because you're not watching live, it's all good. I really appreciate you tuning in, excuse me. This is live right here. Even in the lining, it has kind of like what you've seen on the anniversary editions. Cool pair of kicks. I put DJ Delz on there. You know I had to. So this, I'm pretty sure, it was either this that was my first shoe on Nike I designed, or it was, I like this, kind of reminds me of Mercedes-Benz logo, right? A little bit. But it was either this one or it was this one right here, the Chinese New Year. So this, I took the inspiration for Chinese New Year. I liked all the artwork that was available for me to use over here and on the toe. And the reason why I got the Chinese New Year idea was because of the scales too. It kind of reminded me of like, you know, when they have them parades and you have like the dragons and all that stuff trooping down the road. So I really got like inspiration with that. And this was a cool shoe. And we come back to this concept because, you know, like me, like one of my dreams was always to like put out my own sneakers. It was always a dream of mine to put out my own sneakers. Even when I was a kid, I used to sketch stuff out. And, you know, I ended up doing like packs, and you'll see throughout, you know, this video right here, this live stream show. We did this shoe too, inspired by the almighty Air Jordan 11 bread. I mean, look at this thing. It was pretty sweet. I thought it wouldn't let me black out this area. Then I was going to customize it when I got it in and just, you know, black it out. But I kind of like the swoosh right there. It still gives it the vibe of, you know, Kobe and everything. And I always said to myself, if I want later on, I could always recustomize it and repaint it. But I never did the thing. And I'm happy with it. But I mean, even like you see how it had the shank plate. Like when I seen these, I said, yo, this would be perfect to do a bread colorway because of the shank plate. It even has, you see that little bong bong right over there, kind of like the bread. So this is a real special one to me because I just, I love the bread 11. And I think this is one of Kobe's greatest shoes that they ever released. Rest in peace, the great Kobe Bryant. And I also put the Roman numeral 6 right there to represent the 6th model. So the next shoe, and this is what I was talking about, we revisit the white dragon, the Chinese New Year with these right now. I said, you know, I like these so much so much. And thank you for the super chat, HTX. Appreciate you. He says, I'm assuming you were listening to Black. I think that this shoe came out way before Black and Yellow, but you know, the vibe was more or less Bruce Lee, Wu-Tang, you know, that was the vibe right there. And I like, you know, I've always been a fan of Black and Yellow. It's just, that's my joint right there. Not the song, but I like the song too. You know, shout out to Wiz Khalifa. But yeah, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm gonna try to get to your comments. Super chats is during this whole live show, and then after we'll kick it and talk. But if you have a super chat, then we'll get into that while we get into this live show right here. So this shoe I love so much, but when the 6 came out, I wore it and I was like, yo, the 6 is so dope. Like, I gotta like give this vibe right here. I gotta hit it with this right here, the 6 model. So we ended up doing that with this one, and it came out phenomenal because you see it's got like the silver on there. So it's got the silver scale vibe, which is so sick to me. And this is such a great shoe, man. It's just such a great shoe. And I hope that they bring these back, and they bring a lot of pairs back. Look at even the heel counter, how it's silver right there. Just amazing shoe. To me, it is. You know, if you don't like any of the shoes, that's fine. You could dog them. But at the end of the day, man, you know, these are creations of mine. And you know what? My first Nike ID was not any of these. Matter of fact, it was these right here. The all elephant print everything. This was, I'm pretty sure, my first Nike ID. And this was the times where you couldn't even get your name on the shoe. So, you know, I didn't get my name on it, but this actually was my first Nike ID. I knew something wasn't feeling right. You know, when you're like, you're talking, you're vibing, you're talking to people, and you're like, nah, it ain't hitting right. What you're saying ain't right. Like, this was my first ever Nike ID I ever did. This Air Force One with all elephant print everything right there. With your infrared hit. I mean, it's not an infrared. I think it's like a hyper punch or something like that. I forgot what the color was. Mind you, this was a long time ago when this shoe was made. It was made on 2/7/12. That's when the final production date was on this shoe that I designed. It's got like this fruit punch outsole with a slight translucent to it, and just a real cool pair of kicks. Cause I love elephant print, and I just was like, you know what? Let me take my love for elephant print to the next effing level, right? Let me just elephant print the whole effing shoe. And then, like, I wanted some bright hits just to make it pop, you know, with the outsole pop. And the one thing that bothered me was that the outsole wasn't as bright as, like, the swoosh and the laces. So it kind of was, like, you know, a little bit of a burner, you know, because I really wanted this to be brighter. I wanted this to be as bright as this, excuse me. So all in all, fantastic shoe right here. Please hit the thumbs up button. We got so many shoes to show you. And if I get a lot of likes, we will continue doing a lot of different series where I show a lot of kicks, like a ton of kicks. All right. This is free content here. I'm free. You know what I'm saying? So give that thumbs up a bang real quick. So then we went over here with this shoe, which I thought was like, it's like one of my favorite sneakers for real. Like, it's really one of my favorites. And this one is my Bruce Lee inspired Lebron. And I actually own multiple pairs of these. I have a dead stock pair because when I made this, I said to myself, I love this damn sneaker, and they'll never release something like this because this is something that I designed. So I need to buy another one. I need to secure that I have multiple pairs of these shoes so that I always have a fresh one to rock. And I've worn this a billion times, and it's still in great condition, as you can see here. I've worn this through concerts and just craziness. Like, you know, it has held up pretty damn well. And this is such a cool pair of shoes. One side, it says Bruce. The other side, no, one side says Delz, and the other side, it says Lee. And I had someone offer me money for these. I always have people actually offer me money whenever I show them. I will not sell these unless it's like some crazy amount of money. So I'm just telling you now. I mean, if you offer me like over $1,000, then I probably will sell it. But anything under that, don't even DM me. Like, it's not happening. And even for $1,000, I still may not sell it. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. You know, I always thought red sneakers were so fly. You know, like red is a fly color. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just such a fly color. And I even remember when I was a kid, like you see like Eddie Murphy on Raw, or was it Delirious? Confirm which one it was. He had like the red leather suit and he's on stage like just like a boss, you know, just killing it, you know, mad confidence. You gotta have a lot of confidence when you wear all red, you know what I mean? And this was way before the Yeezy, the Kanye West. This guy right here brought these to life, man. All red everything. LeBron 7. And I mean, dog, I'm telling you, man, like this was way before Kanye West, like way before, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I invented the red sneaker for the haters out there. I know there'll be a hater. This guy thinks that he invented the red sneakers or something like that. No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that, man, people weren't on it like when I was on it. That's all I'm saying. And this is a crazy pair of kicks. I know people want this too, man. I've had people offer me over $1,000 for this, but I just felt like I didn't want to sell it at the time, you know. I really don't want to sell it. And will you ever be able to buy one of these shoes, like an all red LeBron, a 9, ever in your life? Probably not. Like this will probably never be able to happen for a lot of you. And that's what's so great about these opportunities where you can pay to put together your own sneaker. Now you can all do these shoes, not this. Tons of other ones. There's, you know, Air Force Ones and Air Maxes, Vapor Maxes. I have it linked in the description box below. So if you're ever feeling like you want to design and be creative, just go back to this video and then just go in the description. I have it linked there. You don't have to buy the shoe. You can just sit on there and design. And, you know, that's what's happened to me throughout the years. Like I'll mess around with a design and then come back to it, add something else to it, and then finally cash out. But this one, you know, I just said I'm going to get an all red LeBron. I couldn't get the shank plate because it wouldn't allow me to do anything with it. And I kind of like the shank plate the way it is. And I like the air unit is fogging up. But I mean, as I said, like a lot of these IDs I've wore like crazy. Like this, even though it looks super clean, like if you follow me on social media throughout all the years, my Twitter, by the way, is DJ Delz, and my Instagram is RealDJDELZ. And feel free to send me a Cash App if I brought some entertainment to your life. It means the world to me. I'm doing this full time, so, you know, send a buck or two. I would appreciate it. But yeah, man, like it's just crazy to go through all of these shoes with you all. And we're just gonna continue doing that. I got sidetracked. I was talking about something, and then I got sidetracked. So during this time, I was really crazy about the Celtics, right? Like the Celtics, I was so crazy about them, you know, Ray Allen and all them boys, the Truth, you know, Rondo. I just loved them. And I wanted a LeBron colorway of the Celtics. Like what if, and it was all like an idea of like, what if LeBron went to the Celtics? So I did these Celtic LeBron 9s. And this thing is sick too. To me, this is a really sick shoe right here. I mean, bananas to me. Green LeBron 9. And I was playing with it a little bit, like, you know, I was thinking about making this green and then making the rest black. So it was kind of like a 4-leaf clover. But it just didn't give out the vibe. So I did the opposite way because it kind of has that clover vibe. You know what I'm saying? And this one came out amazing too. Hit it with some white laces just to kind of break it up a little bit and accent the white trim right there because it had the white trim. So I said, you know, the only white on this sneaker is the trim in here. If I put the white laces on there, it's going to be pretty fly. Plus you have a little hit of white there. So it just balanced it all out in my opinion. And I love these. I absolutely love them. And these are shoes, once again, I've worn a ton of times. I've worn them. Like there's like old baseball field dirt, you know, from my kids playing sports. Like I see it. Like I wear these like crazy. I haven't worn them in a little bit, but the LeBron 9 takes a beating, and that's why I like this shoe so much because it takes a beating. I love sneakers you could wear and wear and wear, and they last. You know, they do last for a while. Now this shoe, shout out to Payne, my dude Payne, because he's like a big Foamposite dude. I don't know if he's in here right now. I'm not really looking so much in the chat because I'm trying to perform right now and show you guys this show. like these shoes. If a super chat comes in, we will address those though, of course. But yeah, my boy Paint loves the Foamposites, and I was telling him, man, they had an option where you can actually put Foamposite on the Lebron 9. A lot of people don't know that. You could have actually had a Foamposite Lebron 9. And as you can see here, you actually have some freaking Foamposite on a Lebron 9 instead of them having, the mesh. Like as you can see over here, instead of them having the mesh, you got the damn Foamposite, bro. Like that's crazy, right? So I wanted to take a chance with this, and I did get that going with this one. Foamposite. Now the Foamposite is kind of like the soft Foamposite on the Nike Air Wavy. So it's not like that strong, like bulletproof Foamposite that you would see over at like a regular Foamposite, like Foamposite 1 or a Foamposite Pro, Foamposite Light. But there was an old shoe about maybe 6-7 years ago released. It was called the Nike Wavy, and it was more of an affordable Foamposite, and that's more or less what this material is. But New York Knicks colorway, little tricked out with some silver to just give it a little bit of a different vibe. You could also say Cleveland Cavaliers vibe. But all in all, man, cool pair of kicks. These looks pretty freaking badass on feet too, because it's a bright ass orange. That bright ass orange right there. So really, really dope. And let's get to the next shoe right here. Let's see. Where did we go after? Oh, of course. So we're done with the 9s. Now we're going to go to the 10s now. The 10s, they're pretty interesting. They're all pretty interesting. I mean, this one was bound to happen. Huge fan of what the LeBron 9 looked like. The internet loved it. People were going crazy. I'd wear them out. People were going crazy. They're like, yo, I need these. So I said, my only thing about the 9 was the color. The yellow was too dark, right? So they got it right here. We got it right. Me and Nike got it right with these, because this is like the right yellow, that Bruce Lee Killer Bee wave right here. So on this one, this is my favorite one, like as far as the delivery, because the yellow is proper. And on top of that, you've got this mean ass blood splatter. I mean, the blood splatter look real. Like it looked like, some real deal right there. So I love these, man. I do. And I even really love how it has the red flywire. Just really dope pair of kicks. Jeweled swoosh right there. One full length air unit. Full length zoom unit right there. And super dope pair of kicks. That's for sure. Let me get a drink real quick, because when you're talking, you don't got a chance to breathe. I just need to take a sip. I hope you guys are enjoying this. If you are, please hit the thumbs up button once again. Show that love and support. Those are bangers. What up? We'll go into the chat for a second. And once again, thank you for that super chat, dude. All right. So, Bruce Lee. And I put like the 10 on there, and I put the DJ Delz. Kind of tacky, but, just to kind of tag this shoe up, one day. Who knows? I may not wake up tomorrow, right? My girl, ends up selling all my shoes. She's not going to keep them. She can't fit in them. At least, whoever gets this shoe next will know where it comes from, right? Got to tag it up. I know I think grim sometimes, but I'm sorry. It's just how I think sometimes. So, you know what? I don't want to show this one yet. We'll go to this. So the next one, speaking of my girl, this was a collaboration custom. So, there was a custom I think Mosh did, and it was like this Louboutin Lebron, and it was for Joe Budden. I thought it was kind of cool. Red bottom with spikes on it. At the time, it was like, that was popping. It was hot. And I was like, yo, I want to flip this a little with the LeBron, get my own spikes. Because I was like, why the hell am I going to hire Mosh when all he did was probably get a Nike ID and just put spikes on it? Any idiot can do that. Like, put holes in the shoe. That's what I thought. Any idiot could do that. Meanwhile, it was such a process, man. Oh, we got the ice, too. We got the ice right here. We got the ice. My favorite drink. I have this drink linked in the description. Buy cases of this. This is the best. I love it. I'm not kidding. Buy like 3 cases. Free on Amazon. Cheap drink. It's a great soda right there. It was seltzer. sparkling drink, whatever the hell you want to call it. But yeah, man. So I gotta say, man, this was not as easy as I thought it would be, and this was inspired by a custom that Mosh did with Joe Budden. But I freaked it a little differently. I think the spikes were way bigger on his shoe. I put littler spikes on there. We literally like drilled holes into the upper and then we screw them. There's ends to these spikes right here. So this was a Nike ID that we ordered. And then after we ordered, we put all the customized spikes on the shoe right here. And it's a pretty badass shoe if you wear it at the right place. You know, like if you go to like a concert or something, you wear this, like, you know, you got to go to the right place, you know, with this one. But at the time, I wear this all the time. People were going ham, like ham on this right here. And I like to call these now, I call these the fatalities. And I called them that when I first did my video a long time ago. And, you know, I did videos on all these shoes, but the camera I had, you know, cameras now just kick the crap out of the cameras back then. So this is a pretty sick pair, in my opinion. But the next one, the best Oreo inspired sneaker ever. I'm tooting my own horn. I don't care. I don't care. I'm tooting my own horn. Yes, I did it. The best. Yes, I did. The best Oreo sneaker ever. So I was vibing out, right? And I was on Nike ID, and I was like, man, I want to put out another Lebron. Like, I just love how the Lebron feels. It's, man, comfortable. So I was messing around. I was like, maybe an Oreo colorway because the midsole looks so cool on the Oreo, right? And then I was like, wait a minute, man. The outsole, though, like, we got to figure it out. Should I go with a black outsole? And then I clicked on blue, and it just looks so crazy. And then I was like, yo, this will work out so great because of the fact that the packaging is blue, right? The packaging is blue. We've never seen an Oreo sneaker still to this day. And this is probably like, this is almost 10 years old since this shoe released. This is over. No, it's about 8 years old since the shoe released, right? We've never seen an Oreo sneaker with inspiration to the packaging. Still to this day. So look at it, man. You've got the Oreo vibe. Look at the midsole look like some damn Oreo right there, right? And one thing cool about this one was that sometimes when you'd order the Nike ID, depending on the color you'd use, sometimes they'd flip the materials on you. So this actually is leather. It is a white leather on here, which is crazy. I mean, I think it may be a synthetic, but, you know, a lot of these Nike leathers sometimes are synthetics. But it was pretty wild that they actually flipped it because it was usually a different material. You know what I mean? The blue just gives it the Oreo vibe, you know, like 100% Oreo vibe, in my opinion. So I love this shoe. I think that this is such a great Lebron. I love even the way that they just pop on your feet. You see, they have like this little edging that goes in right here. So you just put your heel here and it just slides right in. It's such a comfortable shoe. Great model. And yeah, another proud shoe that I put together. I love this one right here. Love it. Now, where are we going to go next? Oh, let's go with, let's see. Shit. Let's go with some Kyries. We'll go with some Kyries. So, here we go. So this Kyrie we did, Derek Jeter, number 2. So we put the number 2 here. These are the Yankee Kyries. I mean, it's a Yankee Kyrie. Look at it. And this was a tribute to my mother. On the other shoe, it says my mother's name on it. She was a diehard Yankee fan. Like literally, like when she passed away, in her coffin, I literally put in her hand an autographed Derek Jeter baseball. That's how real it is. This woman loves the Yankees so much. And rest in peace, my mom. So this was a tribute to her. And I think it came out great. I wore the hell out of these. And I own multiple pairs of these. I bought a bunch of these. So I have more than one. I will not sell any of them. So don't even ask me. They will not be for sale. I mean, hey, if you offer me like a couple of $1,000s, my mother would probably smack me up from heaven and tell me to go, are you out of your mind? But, and I have, as I said, I have a couple of pairs of these. Next shoe. This is inspired by BB-8 / the X-Wing fighter from Star Wars right here. Check that out. So this is probably my least favorite Nike ID I ever did ever. What's up, bro? What's up? And they have something new. You still can design shoes. They just don't call it Nike ID anymore. Look in the description, and you can see in the description there's a link, and you can still do this. Not with these shoes, of course. They already released. Yes, definitely. Thank you very much, man. But yeah, man, this shoe, X-Wing Fighter / BB-8 from Star Wars. And this was 2015. I dated this, so that's kind of cool. We got to get an idea of when I actually made this one right here. Now, the next shoe we'll do these, and this is, I can't believe I only ID'd one pair of LeBron 11s. The LeBron 11 Bruce Lee, aka the Bumblebees. This really got the Transformers. Look, I got Transformers right there. Got the Bumblebee vibe. You know what I'm saying? So this, I definitely the purpose of this was Bruce Lee, but when it came in, it's so metallic here. I mean, this is freaking metallic as all hell, right? And then this had like that Foamposite kind of material. The Foamposite on this is like that Nike ID I showed you, that Knicks joint. And if you're just walking in, this is a live show. This ain't pre-recorded. You got to watch this from the beginning. This is going to be an epic show. This is one-man band live trying to entertain you all. So make sure to hit the thumbs up button. And if you got a buck or two, send it to the Cash App and the Super Chat. Show that love and support to your boy Delz. And I agree. Yeah, the Kyrie is underrated. Definitely, man. But yeah, man, this shoe is underrated too. Some people hate this. Some people say it hurts their feet. It never hurt my feet. And I love this one. This one was dope. I'm pretty disappointed I only did this shoe. This is kind of weird because the next LeBron model, I did a whole ton of them. And I like this shoe better. No, but the comfortability level on the next shoe is like unreal. Like the zoom, because I'll show you the shoe. Let's get right into it. Let's see. Where are we? Oh, wow. Okay. I'm missing one. Hold on one second. Is it over here? Wow, I'm missing a Nike ID. That sucks. Oh, well. All right. So the next Nike ID, here we go. This was the next Bruce Lee. And I wanted to mess with it and see if we can, like how it would look if I didn't color the swoosh in. And it's pretty weird looking. It's a little weird. Let me know if you think this is ugly or not. I don't even think I wore this. No, I don't think I wore this. I may have tried it on. This one I would sell. I would part ways with this one right here. But I'll tell you, man, it's cool. It's different. Some of you may like it. Let me know if you think that this looks really stupid without the swoosh colored in. But I was like, why not? Let's throw a few dollars out there. Worst thing that happens, I don't like it, and I'll just wear it as, a beater, I don't mind it. It's just a little weird. It was a roll of the dice. It was going to be a hit or a miss. And I did another version of this with the black swoosh, and then it had red splatter or something like that. And it came out dope. And unfortunately, I don't know where that damn shoe is. I'm really annoyed right now. I don't know where that shoe is. I'm like kind of peeking around my sneaker room, like where did that thing go? But I have a funny feeling some of you are gonna really think this is dope because of the fact it's glossy on the swoosh and it's matte over here. I mean, I'm not completely dogging this. This isn't like the worst Nike ID I did. But I would part ways with this one because some people are like so crazy about Nike ID. And I think as time goes on, these things are going to be worth more and more and more money because, this is like a one of one. You know what I mean? On the back, it says 23 DJ Delz. And this is one of the most comfortable LeBron shoes ever. Hands down, one of the most comfortable LeBron shoes ever. You get such a bounce off of these pads right here. You're like, bounce, bounce. You're bouncing on these things, man. Pause. But fire pair of kicks right here. And then, oh, God. We got to show these. So my kids made these with my wife. This is a special shoe. I have a video, and they're so cute in this video. They're like, they tried tricking me. They're like, we got you a toy to play. They're like, you know, my daughter's like 2 years old. She could barely speak. And I have it captured on video. So if you want to see it, it's so adorable. And I had a feeling it was going to be sneakers, right? But they were trying to trick me and say like they bought me like a toy, you know? And I'm like, I'm not. At that time, I mean, look, now I got toys everywhere. But back then, I wasn't playing with toys. I was still DJing hardcore. I was traveling. Like I was like, I didn't have time for no toys. Like I was barely home. You know what I mean? I was doing the videos on the side. But man, they did these shoes, man, R2-D2s. And the thing that's so cool about these is that R2-D2 is pretty beat up, man. He's like all beat up and dirty and scratched. So like, as much as like I hate them looking like worn out, it looks more like R2, like the more you wear it. Like I know on this swoosh, yeah. See, it's kind of like getting a little beat up, but R2 is a little beat up. You know what I'm saying? So I love this one. This one is so freaking awesome. Loved it. So yeah, this is one of my most like, this is like a prized possession of mine. And like, you know, it's so cool when your kids like do something like this, or anyone that you love does something like this. It's super cool. So, you know, it's a nice thing to do. Design sneakers for other people. I once designed a pack, and it was an Air Force One and a Roshi run. It was for my friend. My friend was getting married. So I designed it. They loved the Knicks. I gave that as a part of their wedding gift. So I had a pair of Air Force One Yankee colorway Air Force Ones and Roshis. It was fire, bro. Please hit the like button. That's right. I mean, this video, if this don't get over hundreds of likes, that's a sin. That's when you know there's something wrong with this sneaker culture. And if you're watching, you ain't hitting the thumbs up, something wrong with you. You're clearly a hater. Oh, I got these too. I designed these for my wife for Valentine's Day, 2011. And we got married in 2011. 11/11/11. That's when we got married, by the way. I designed these shoes for her. These are like that cotton candy vibe. So here's some Air Maxes that I did for my girl. They're pretty beat up, man. These were just sitting in the garage now. Like, it's an old pair, but you know, something else I also designed. You know what I'm saying? And then, these are bangers. The Silver Surfers. Yo, how crazy is this? The Silver Surfers. These are madness. This is complete madness, in my opinion. You don't like them, that's fine. I think this is complete madness. This is insanity. Such a sick pair of shoes. And so happy to have this. I wish I got 2 pairs of these. I'm honest. I'm so honest with you. Like, I really do. I've worn these a few times. I've worn these at a sneaker con, and people went absolutely crazy when I wore these at the sneaker con. I mean, they were like, yo, this is craziness. I mean, look at even all the designs, man. This looked like some crazy Marvel stuff going on. And, man, this one is amazing. And it's got like a little iridescent to it, too, on that silver. You see that vibe right there? Crazy pair of kicks, guys. Crazy pair of kicks. Love them. Absolutely love these. So we're back. We are back. And this was the other one. This is the second one that we did right here. See, these came out pretty badass. I did switch it up a little more than I said. These are crazy. I'm not selling these, by the way. But as the $1 Million Man says, every man has a price. You know what I mean? So I love these. These are wicked. Look at that blood splatter. Ugh. Violent looking, right? These are sick. Pretty sick. So there you go, guys. That's my collection of my Nike IDs that I have designed throughout the years. And the beautiful thing of it all is, you know, and this is the part that hopefully inspires you. all of these shoes, man, the dream was to finally one day make my own sneaker that would release that you all could buy. And it happened. Guy on YouTube, not an athlete, you know what I'm saying? Came out with my own sneakers, sold out in about an hour. So, you know, if you want something, go for it, figure it out, put it out there in the atmosphere, and hopefully your dream will come true, man. But just think, all of those shoes, I showed you probably at least 20, 30 sneakers that I designed, I put my hard-earned money into. And look what happened. I ended up having Saucony, a brand, actually contact me, a real brand that, you know, is known all over the world. And I actually was able to put out my own sneaker to retailers, not a Nike ID, sneaker that actually sold. I'm a YouTuber. I do other stuff too, of course, but I was someone on YouTube just showing sneakers for many, many years. I ended up getting my own sneaker deal. So if I can do this, you can do this, okay? So that is how we're going to end this right here. You can do this. If I can do this, it's all about the level of passion and how much you want something. You got to go for it because look, man, then I got my own sneaker. And you see, I used a lot of the things, the vibes of stuff from these shoes. You see, even like I always put the splatter on there. I made sure to put that blood splatter, just like you see it even on these. You know what I'm saying? I had the visuals already, man. So suck it. Clean, bro. And yeah, man, that's it for today's episode. Thank you all for tuning in. Thumbs up the video. Listen, we're gonna end this stream. And I'm going to go over to the Delz show on YouTube. The Delz show on YouTube. I want everyone to go to the Delz show and we will stream. And I will stream for as long as you guys want, as long as you're interactive. Because I want to show collectibles, more sneakers. I may open up some stuff. So let's go to the Delz show and do that. I want this to be a product of its own over here. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like this deserves like its own life. You know what I mean? So everyone go to the Delz show on YouTube, the DELZ show, and I will be there in 5 minutes or less. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, and once again, if you had fun, feel free to send me a Cash App, and I'll shout you out in the next show. All right? Thank you all for tuning in. Much love out there, and I hope you guys come through to the Delz show. All right? We out of here. Love y'all.